Joining us now is Gene Sperling. He, of course, is a senior advisor to the president and is the former National Economic Council director under both President Clinton and Obama. Gene, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So we heard from President Biden yesterday after the meeting with the Big Four, the big congressional leaders, took place in the Oval Office. And afterwards, he essentially said, get to work. We're going to have a meeting here in a few days. Our staffs will meet, and onward we go. Has there been any progress that you're aware of that you could tell us here in the last 24 hours or so?
Well, what I would tell you is that the president brought everyone together. There's absolutely, unfortunately, still a disagreement between the president and the speaker. The president asked everyone to agree that default would be off the table. In other words, no one would say, my way, or I'm going to put the nation in default. I wish I could tell you the speaker had agreed to that and that we could then go on and have the type of budget negotiation that I was a part of in 1997 and other times where we had a tough, rough budget negotiation. We fought about taxes and spending cuts, but we weren't threatening to, no one was threatening to default if the country did not get their way. But what you did see the president do is say, let's all come together, let's start talking. He said he's willing to have a budget discussion, have a budget negotiation, as long as it's not, as we don't make the default the hostage that anybody does that. And so I think it is important that people talked, and I think it's important, and I've been a part of a lot of these, that you see the conversation go on. They agreed to have their very top staff talk. They talked for over 2.5 hours today. You know, it was a conversation that for, you know, at this stage of the discussion was productive. I think there was a good, you know, feeling in the room, or at least a sense of productivity. Are people there yet? No. Are they a long ways away? Yes. But are people talking? And I think the president,
were you, Gene,
we're meeting on Tuesday, and we're going to meet again. To the room today?
Yeah, were you in that room?
Well, anyways,
and what was
I'll
it
just
like
tell
since
you,
you described it?
Yeah, so obviously I'm part of the internal discussions and policy and strategy within the White House with the president. But no, we had a team of a few that went. I have talked with them in some detail, and again, they feel like it was productive. They feel like there was, you know, a spirit of some good faith in the room, and you know, these things aren't going to happen overnight. But I think what the president's doing, I think very important that he did, was he said, let's get back together on Friday. Because people always worry, are you walking away from the table? Are we going to have a period where no one's talking to each other? So you can't underestimate that it's an important part of leadership to keep the discussion going. And the president saying that the principals, him and Speaker McCarthy and Schumer and McConnell, if he's available, would get together on Friday, was a strong sense of this is ongoing.
So let me ask you, since you say you've been there, done that before, and you've seen this all, it seems like there's two tracks, two trains. Both need to pull into the station. On the one hand is a budget agreement. On the other hand is lifting the debt ceiling. Do those trains eventually pull into the station at the exact same time, and that's how this eventually gets resolved?
You've got a great panel there to do the speculation and hypotheticals. You know, if you're involved in these, you don't do that. You know, we have. I do believe that the position we have is the right one for our country. Because look, you know, what would anybody on your panel think if President Biden had essentially done the same thing, said, hey, I have tax increases on billionaires and millionaires and large companies, and I've got, you know, my agenda, and if you don't support it, I'm not going to sign something that keeps us out of default. You just can't operate as a country with anyone doing that.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.